Welcome back. We are continuing our discussion on electric current. In the previous class, we have learned about the drift velocity of the electrons. Today, we will see how this drift velocity is related to current. Okay, let us start. Our discussion is about electric current. And we have seen that electric current is nothing but the flow of electrons. And today we will see the relation between this electric current and drift velocity. We have seen drift velocity is the average velocity with which electrons are drifted when a conductor is connected to a cell. So now consider a conductor of length L. Let A be the area of cross section. Now suppose that there are large number of free electrons in this conductor as shown here. Also suppose that the number of electrons per unit volume is n, small n. It is also called number density. Now, the total number of free electrons in a given volume will be the number density into volume. And what is number density? N. And what is volume? Volume is equal to area into length. Therefore, the number of free electrons in the given volume will be N into A into L. A into L is put together in a bracket because this represents the volume. So, N, A, L represent the total number of free electrons. Then what is the total charge in this given volume? So total charge is equal to this total number of free electrons into E, where E is the charge of a single electron that we know. Therefore total charge in this volume is N A L into E is the total charge in the given volume. Let Q be the total charge. Therefore Q is equal to N A L into E. Now what is current I? Current I is defined as Q by T. So this equation we know from our previous class. And Q is equal to N A L into E. Therefore I is equal to N A L E divided by T. And here we take this L by T together. Therefore current is equal to N A into L by T into E. And what is L by T? L by T represent the drift velocity. So from the previous class we know the definition of drift velocity. Therefore I is equal to N A V into E, where V is the drift velocity Vd. Now why we are taking L by T is equal to V? So consider a conductor, the length of which is L, and in the absence of electric field, that means E is equal to 0, these electrons are in random motion, right? Now you are applying a potential or electric field is not equal to 0. Now these electrons start to move with a velocity Vd, that is the drift velocity, right? And if T is the time taken for the electrons to travel a distance L, then you know the velocity will be what the distance traveled by time, that is Vd will be L by T. Therefore we are taking what drift velocity Vd is equal to L by T, where L is the length of the conductor and T is the time taken for the electrons to travel the distance L. Now again we can rewrite current I as I is equal to NA V into E. So this is the equation for the current. So this is the relation between current and drift velocity. Therefore I is equal to NA V into E is the equation for drift, equation for current in terms of drift velocity. So I is equal to Q by T is the equation you are getting from the definition, but I is equal, this can be rewritten as I is equal to N into A into V into E, where V is the drift velocity, and this is the relation representing connection between current I and drift velocity V. Now suppose when this conductor is connected to a cell, that means when electric field is not zero, these electrons will start to move, and whenever a charge Q is placed in electric field E, there is a force F is equal to QE acting. Here the charge is electron, therefore F is equal to EE. So when an electron E is placed in an electric field E, the force acting on this electron will be F is equal to EE. So because of the force F is equal to EE, this charge is moving in a direction opposite to that of the electric field, or the charge is accelerating, right? So the charge is accelerating in a direction opposite to that of the field because of the electric field E. So because of F is equal to E into E, the electrons accelerate, and these accelerate in a direction opposite to that of the field. This we have discussed earlier. That means when there is more electric field applied, or when there is more potential between the ends of the conductor, there will be more acceleration, right? So F is equal to E is the force acting. So if there is more electric field, there is more force, therefore there will be more acceleration. That means there is more velocity. So more the strength of the electric field, more is the velocity of the electrons present in the conductor. So by increasing the strength of the electric field in a conductor, we can increase the velocity of the electrons. And velocity increase with the strength of the electric field means Vd is proportional to E. Therefore Vd is equal to a constant, say mu into E, where mu is called mobility of the electrons. Mu represent the mobility of the electrons. So we may express this drift velocity in terms of electric field, that is Vd is equal to mu E. So this equation simply means when we increase the electric field, that means when we increase the potential of the cell, right? When we increase the potential of the cell, there will be more electric field, and when there is more electric field, there is more velocity for the electrons. Now when there is more electric field, there will be more number of electrons passing across this area, any part of this conductor, or across any area of cross section. There will be more current present because more number of electrons are now flowing there. Therefore there is more current. So more the electric field, more is the current density. So when we increase the potential, or when we increase the electric field, there is more current density. That means more electric field means more current density J. Therefore we can say J is proportional to E, the strength of the electric field. Therefore similar to this equation, we can write J is equal to a constant into E, where both J and E are vectors. Here also this drift velocity and electric field are also vectors. Now what is the sigma? here sigma represents the conductivity. Similar to this mu, where mu is the mobility, here sigma is the conductivity of the conductor. Okay, now we have I is equal to NAV into E from the discussion, where Vd represent the drift velocity, which is given by Vd is equal to mu into E. Now what is current density? Current density is equal to I by A by definition, and what is I? It is NAVD into E divided by A. Thus we get the current density J is equal to NV into E, where V is the drift velocity, or it is V subscript D. And what is V? V is equal to mu E. Therefore we can write the current density J is equal to N into mu into E into E. But from the previous discussion we have seen that J is equal to sigma E. Now therefore we can compare J is equal to sigma E and J is equal to N mu E E. That means sigma E is equal to N mu E into E. Here both E's, that means both the strength of the electric field will cancel on both sides of the equation. Therefore sigma is equal to N into mu into E. Right? Here N is the number density, mu is the mobility, and E is the charge of electron, which is a constant. So all the three terms are constant, therefore sigma will be a constant. So since N, mu and E are constants, the sigma will again be a constant. Now similar to J, we know there is an equation for Vd in terms of E, that is Vd is equal to mu E. But from the previous class we have seen that drift velocity V is equal to E by m into tau. Now therefore we can compare these two equations, that is mu E is equal to E by m into tau. Both E will cancel each other. Therefore mu is equal to what? Therefore mu is equal to E tau by m. So mu is equal to E tau by m is the expression for mu, which is the mobility in terms of relaxation time. Then the unit of sigma will be, sigma is equal to I by A, therefore it is ampere divided by area, that is meter square. Therefore unit of this J is it is ampere per meter square. Now mu is equal to Vd by E. From this equation Vd is equal to mu E, mu is equal to Vd by E. And what is the unit of V? That is velocity meter per second divided by strength of electric field, the unit of which is volt per meter. Therefore what is the unit of this mu? We can write m meter per second into meter by V, which is meter square divided by second volt, or meter square second inverse volt inverse. That is the unit of the mobility mu. Now we have the equation mu is equal to Vd divided by E, that is the drift velocity, divided by E, the strength of the electric field. Now from this we can define mu. What is mu? Mu is the mobility of the electron. So mobility can be defined as the ratio of drift velocity, Vd is the drift velocity of the electron to the strength of the electric field applied. So mobility can be defined as the ratio of drift velocity of the electron to the strength of the applied electric field. So that is how we are defining the mobility of the electrons. Okay, so with this we are winding up here. In the next class we will employ these ideas in a famous law called Ohm's law. Thank you for watching.